Hey guys, welcome to another Explain video. We are back here at LAXX, and we are going to do a quick flight in the 737 towards San Diego, which is less than an hour away. So we are flying with United today, and our call sign is United476. And for this flight, it's an unusual flight. Because our cruise is at flight level 130. Yep, it's that short. So and the route is actually just the set for LAX and the ending waypoint for that set. And once we're at that waypoint, we're basically less than a few nautical miles from San Diego. So yeah, it's pretty short. We have a total of 4,500 kilograms of fuel today, 2,800 kilograms of reserves, 15,700 kilograms of extra weight, and our scheduled departure timing is in 20 minutes, and our scheduled flight time is exactly 50 minutes. So, yep. Anyways, let's get back into the cockpit. I am trying out another reshape preset, so the aircraft will definitely look a bit different. If I decide to switch back over, it will of course look back to just like how it did in the last video. So yeah, anyways, let's get prepared with the plane. Let's get the plane prepared. Sorry, let's turn on the window seat, trimmer, the APU and engine bleeds, set our cruise altitude to flight level 130, and I'm not even sure if I actually will go past the transition. Yeah, I would not be. The transition for LAX is 18,000 feet, so yep. Alright, next up we have our anti-ice, the engine anti-ice, the hydraulic pumps, the no smoking sign, and the fasten seatbelt signs, cabin utility, and IFE passenger. Your number can go on too because the IRS is done. Alright, for our routes, the destination is KSAN, which is Kilo Sierra Alpha November. Flight number is United 476. Runway for departure is 25 right. And our departure SID is the LAXX1 departure. Transition is the Mike Zulu Bravo transition, and that is it for the route actually. For the arrivals, there is no stars for arrival. We are going to do visual runway 27 if we can, or not. Alright, I don't think I need to key in anything for the FMC if I'm doing a visual approach. Now that I think of it, maybe not. I might not do a visual approach. Although it is much easier because it covers the entire route from, where is it? And Mike Zulu Bravo. It kind of does because the first waypoint for the visual approach is closer to Mike Zulu Bravo than the other approaches. So yeah, maybe we can do RNF Zulu. Yeah, that's possible too. So we'll do RNF 27 Zulu. Our transition will be clone, and there is no glide slope. Alright. So after Mike Zulu Bravo, we'll direct clone, and that should be about it. Activate and execute the flight. Alright, let's autofill the gross weight, zero fluid, and the estimated trip flight altitude. Reserves is 2.8 tons. Cost index of 35, and the cruise of 13,000 feet. Right, the cruise winds. Do I put 130? No, it's the same thing. The cruise, the cruise winds 240 at 16 knots. The ISA for top of climb is 12. Right, N1 limit. The airport outside temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. Sorry, I cannot do that. I had to do a /17. There we go. We can do a 22k D rate and a climb too. For takeoff, let's autofill the center of gravity. Flaps 5 for departure. V2 is 143. And 143 set. Alright. Set our trims to 5.38. Seems good enough there. Alright. Let's go back to the legs page. Apparently there's a vector for departure. Alright then. Right, let's see, what's the first waypoint? So we'll just go ahead and do direct to Sierra Lima, India after the SMO 160. Should be fine. So there'll be a left turn there. So turn on the weather, no, not the weather radar, decide the airport data and traffic. Traffic is already on. VOR can go on to. Right, and for the other side also. We also turn on the weather radar for the other side. The airport and data also. Alright, so let's start the brakes to RTO. It should be about it for the before departure. Although we can key in the winds also, which is 06004 knots. Do a /4. There we go. And our V speed should still be the same, no? Although we'll be taking off in a tailwind actually, because the real life departure runway is 25 right, and we are going to follow that. So yeah, let's plan our pushback, which will be nose left, tail right. It should be obvious since that's the only way. And where's the line for taxi? I think this is the line. Whoa, I have no idea what the sign means, but alright. I'll just taxi on to the center, so we'll push back over there. Should be fine. Right, we'll set the runway heading, which is 251. And we'll do for the right course too. Set the cruise altitude to 13,000 feet. There we go. We'll arm the auto throttle, turn on the flight directors, set my LNAV and VNAV, or arm them. Should be about it. Alright, let's start our APU. Let's turn on the left forward fuel pump, and we'll start the APU. Alright, we'll start the pushback also. I'll bring the pushback guy in first. And we'll turn on the anti-collision lights. Where's the pushback guy? I think he's in the building. Can't say for certain. We'll turn off the packs and reset fans. Start our engines. Set the engine start switch to the right engine. We'll disconnect all the ground handling. Waiting for the APU to finish. There we go. We'll turn on the generators for the APU and disconnect ground power. It should be about it, if I remember correctly. Experience is a bit soft for me. Hold on. Not sure whether it will be that soft for OBS when it captures. Oh god, I didn't capture the game volume the whole time. Never mind, it's alright. There won't be much of a difference actually. I'm capturing the wrong thing. There we go. I'm sorry if you hear two mics at once. So yeah, it's a dub for me, I guess. You're driving away, right? Because the ground handling thing is still there. Yeah, you are. Hopefully it should be fine without any game audio. At least for that start of it. There we go, everything is going away. And if anybody is wondering why there is no cabin lights, this is just basically on the livery itself, the window panes. So, yeah, there's no interior to this plane, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Right, we'll disconnect the, oh no, we'll release the parking brakes, and we shall start our engines. So start engine 2. No, we'll turn on a few pumps for oil also. We don't have much fuel for today, so it's pretty nice. Can barely see anything outside actually. And the fuel flow. About the left side. Barely anything too. I'll never disconnect? Wow, what? Why? Did it really reset everything? Come on. Not sure why it did that, but alright. Runway 25 right. Departures is 25 right. The LAXX1 departure. Ignition Mike Zulu Bravo. Arrival as the RNF 27 Zulu. Transition Clom. Execute. And after Mike Zulu Bravo, it'll be Clom. Right, hopefully now you're fixed. LNF and VNF. VNF, come on. Are you broken again? So the altimeters too. Which, let's see, what is it? For LAXX, it is 3001. Right, sorry about that cut there. OBS crashed actually. So yeah. Anyways, in the meantime, we'll start engine 1. We'll set our parking brakes also so that the guy can disconnect. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's the reverses. I think we can bring in the generators for engine 2 also. I'm not sure whether you have to or not, because there's no lights. And what's wrong with this? I will do fuel flow first. What's wrong with this VNF? Oh, I see, I see. Everything just resetted, basically. Reserves of 2.8. Cost index of 35. Cruise of 13,000 feet. Cruise widths of 240016. ISA is 12. Runway is 06004. Flaps 5, and those are our V speeds. There we go. I think VNAV should be able to connect now. There we go. VNAV arm. Here we go again. Alright, we'll set flaps to. Nope. Nope, that is X camera. We'll disable X camera because it has crashed. Explained twice already. I'll go flaps 5 and we'll turn on the runway turn off lights and taxi lights. We'll turn off the APU. APU bleeds go off. Right, everything should be set and ready to go. That pushback guy is gone. So yeah, we are ready to get out of here. We'll set the strobe lights to steady. Can barely see anything outside. Right, let's taxi to the runway, which is just basically, let's see, LAX airports. So it's just basically straight, then left on Bravo, right onto Bravo 1 holding point. So it should be pretty simple. We'll start the clock on the right also. We're not flying on VSync today, because there's basically not much traffic on VSync, so that's not really a point to. There is one aircraft on the ground, but that's about it. It's no ATC either. I think the speed limit should be 10 knots being in the apron area. So we'll just try not to taxi that fast. Some United planes over there on our right. Flaps 5, say it actually. I didn't realize I selected flaps 2. 2 used to flying the 777, which is only 2 notches to flaps 5, and the 737 is 3 notches. So on the left here is Charlie. We'll go forward a bit more onto Bravo. There we go, it's Bravo. I almost taxied onto that holding point there. Luckily I saw that whole shot sign. If not, yeah, that would be a big mistake of mine. I'll turn on the terrain radar on this side. Yeah, this shade is a bit weird in the sense that the PFD's artificial horizons ground is actually red and not green. Probably should not be using this one, but I don't know. I'll give it a go on trying it out. It's the ultra realism pack light, so yeah, probably should just switch back to the one that I made myself. Doesn't look realistic at night, to be honest, for this. Maybe it does a bit, but yeah, the PFD doesn't. Airport looks fantastic actually, although there's just lights only, no terminal building lights. It's pretty common with map making, because of how the X-plane lit texture works, which is basically what X-plane uses at night. It just basically makes the texture opaque, and it shows the color at night without giving it any lights actually. So we won't see much of a night lighting in most of the airports. I know myself because I'm a map maker, and it's a pain in the ass, especially for transparent glass, because your glass will just basically be opaque at night, and yeah, it's not really a nice thing. Bravo 1 should be all the way to the end. Foxtrot over there. Foxtrot will be the second holding point. 425, right? I could definitely take Foxtrot because the runway is long enough, but it's alright, we'll use the whole length. Set our transponder to TARA. And also, the last week I didn't upload any videos, just basically because I was just sick. And the previous video was actually pre-recorded, so that's why I was able to post it out. If not, there will be no videos for 2 weeks straight. Alright, it's coming on to the holding point. Let's turn on our landing lights. Our strobe lights set to strobe position strobe and steady. Yeah, wing lights go on, and that's it for departure. We will set the dome light to normal, and we'll line up on the runway. Right, we are ready for departure. We are, let's see, how late are we? We are 10 minutes late, but it's alright. The real flight is also taxiing for departure. Right, we're ready for departure. Goodbye, LAX. We're flying into another Mr. X scenery, which is San Diego. Approximately 60% N1. Engines are stable. Power set. It do not. V1 rotate. Not bad, not bad of a wing flex. Positive to climb, gear up. Right, we will redirect. Nope, sorry, erase, please. Redirect to SLI. Should be a left turn. Flaps 2, flaps 1. Right, we'll do the left turn now. To SLI. At least I'm pretty sure it's the left turn. Seems like the waypoint is missing or something. Yeah, it's a left turn. Beautiful departure of LAX. The night lighting of LAX2. Flaps up. Lock the gears. Continue our left turn. I'll be doing the left turn until we intercept the LNAV path, and then we'll connect the autopilot from there. Right, there we go. It should be good enough. And that's our LAX on our left. Man, trims is quite sensitive, I do say so. And we will connect the autopilot. See, how far is that away? Yeah, sure, we'll connect the autopilot now. Can't see anything on the flight display. Alright then. Oh, the waypoint is actually covering the airport's name. I think it's actually the same name, so yeah, quite interesting. Well, we'll turn off the landing lights now, and the taxi lights. Yeah, and also I did change the flight tracking thing. So now I'm not using Project Fly, although I still can use Project Fly. If I turn it on, you should be able to see Project Fly. It's behind there. But yeah, I'm just using another program now. I didn't delete the Project Fly one yet, just in case I want to use it. And we'll be approaching our cruise very soon. About 2,000 feet more to go before our cruise. And yeah, you can prepare for our arrival. So Cologne will be at 6,000 feet. So at Max Zulu Bravo, probably 8,000. At Carif, I would say be our cruise. And yeah, our cruise is just basically 45, 50, 60 nautical miles. Yeah, 60 around there. It's not that long, which is about 10 minutes long, I guess. And I didn't start this long, but no, it's fine. We'll turn off the seatbelt signs because we're at cruise already. Right. Guess I will cut here. There will be no music for this video because it's just too short for there to be any part for me to take a segment for a music part. Although I can by doing it 1 times speed or 2 times speed, but I'm scared that I might miss my top of descent. So yeah, instead I'll just cut right here and I'll come back at the top of descent. Alright, we have less than 20 nautical miles before our top of descent, and let's get prepared for our landing. And of course, when OBS crashed, it reset its settings back to the what I left off a session ago, which means that the audio has been cut off once again, at least for the game audio. So I guess you won't be having any audio for the first part of the video, and I'll just make a marker saying that there will only be audio from this point of the video onwards. So yeah, and I'm also not really interested in trying to record another time for this video because this is already my 4th time trying to record a video for this flight. The first time was from LAX to Istanbul, which it crashed 1 hour before the landing. Yeah, I know, it was a waste of 12 hours of flight. And the second time was from let's see, where was it? LAX to the second time was from LAX to Incheon, and the second crash was luckily it was during before takeoff, so that was nice. And the third time, which was the same flight, it crashed in the middle of the flight. And yeah, the first time it crashed because the CPU was overloaded. Second time was because the memory was too much, and the third time because of X camera. So that's why I'm not using X camera for this flight. And yeah, it's about it. So anyways, let's get prepared for landing before it's too late. We'll set the altitude to let's see, how much should I set it to? 3,700, sure. Alright, 3,700. Set the runway heading of 275 for the course and the heading. There we go. And we set outbreaks to 1. Yeah, the runway should be long enough, which is 2865 meters long. Right. There's no ILS, so we don't have to change that frequency there. We'll be using a VNAV arrival. Or actually, I'll be doing LNAV only, since VNAV is not really reliable at low altitudes. So the minimums is, let's see, 600 feet. So I'll set barrel to 617 actually. It's quite far away. I should have just used the left click instead. There we go, 617. It's set. We'll reduce the radar zoom. And we'll set the speed to 250 actually, because we're approaching 10,000 feet already. Drag required. Alright then. Sure. Is the cabin altitude fine? Because I had a warning for cabin altitude earlier. Yeah, it's much better now. Oh god. There we go. It was basically because I forgot my restrict fans and packs. And yeah. Should be the shortest descent that I will do. And the shortest cruise that I will ever have in a 737. Or just generally jet aircrafts. Wow, look at the DME 82.7 to LAX. Yeah, that's not accurate. I'm not sure why I'm still pinging that frequency. Alright. So is there anything else that we can do? We can disarm the spoilers because we don't need it anymore. We'll arm the spoilers now. And that's San Diego right there. Should be Mr. X San Diego if I'm right. Ah, come on. Don't lag on me. Come on. There we go. You still need more drag? Are you serious? The frame rate is a big hit because the scenery is loading in. I'm not going to go to the exterior view and death everybody, so although I wish to. Look at that lights down there, wow, amazing. We'll go back to the next page. I'm not sure why it's at 240 knots now. There's nowhere that it says 240 knots, but alright, sure. Is my landing lights down? There we go, now it's down. But it's not. It should hopefully decel soon. Not sure what this FMC is doing, going to all these different pages. Alright then. Set the gross speed for landing for 60.3 tons. And our landing speed will be flaps 31.42 there. So adding the winds, which the winds at San Diego is 36003 knots. Let's refresh it. Just hold on. Yeah, it's 36003 knots. So we're at 1 knot to the landing speed, which is 143 knots. It's quite fast actually, but no, well, it's flaps 30. Now set the altimeter for the airport to 3004. There we go. Plane should be set and ready to go. Drag is required, yeah. I don't think so actually. It's still slowing down and it's descending at the right feet per minute. So it should be fine. Shall also bring in the text lights so that it's more lights when you're landing. Remember how I said I'm not going to extra review? Yeah, I just broke the promise. But oh well. It's the airport behind us. All that street lighting looks quite nice. Yeah, I see why they need more drag now. It cannot slow down in time. Should probably do flaps 1 soon. Did I not start the clock? I thought I started it. Hold. Run. Okay, whatever. So I remember that the last time I used it, I can just click the button over here to start the hour clock instead of the the one that shows hours on the left side and the minutes on the right side, and instead of the seconds on the right side and the minutes on the left side. Oh well, whatever. Why are you turning left? Right, we'll set our CP altitude to 2000 feet. Flaps 1. Can you descend also, please? Flaps 2. Flaps 5. Probably isn't a good idea to be doing both the reduction in speed and descending at once. Should be fine though. Approaching our finals for the airport. Rear left flight is still in cruise, and our arrival gate is 45. So yeah. And one great thing about being arriving from runway 27 is that if we use up the whole runway, we'll just be basically right next to the gates. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I hope the turn radar will come in soon. Yeah, it should be on. Should hopefully continue its descent to 2000 feet. I'll try to use VNAV for the flight, actually. Flaps 15. Or flaps 10, actually, not 15. This is why getting used to the 777 is not always a good thing. Because there's no flaps 10 for the 777. Gears down. Flaps 15.
25
It's targeting for 149 knots, alright. Set our MCP altitude to 0 feet actually. For a full VNAV descent. Alright. I'll go around altitude. Let's check the go around altitude. It is 2,500 feet. And we'll climb on track of 275 degrees, which is the runway heading. Flaps 25. Flaps 30. Can you continue your descent, please? There we go. Right, speed brakes go to arm. Actually, no, I'll deploy some speed brake first for the help of the drag. Alright, speed brake can go to arm now. Should be a bit for landing. Should be about it for landing. Can I still change the speed actually? I don't think so. So yeah. I'll disconnect auto throttle. I have throttle. I'll set altitude to 2,500 feet. And this autopilot disconnects. I have the plane. Let's reduce the speed. A bit too much speed reduction. We're approaching minimums.
Approaching 27.
500. 400. Minimums.
Minimums continue. A bit slow. We can see San Diego below us. It's the highway in front of us.
200.
Seems like there's a hill in front of the runway or something. Hey, there's a telephone pole there. Wow, look at that airport. Oh my. Looks definitely quite nice.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
It's definitely a nice landing. Reverses. Can I not not enable reverses?
Remaining.
Come on, that's not good.
3,000 remaining.
Can't engage reverses. Up, auto brakes please. Max.
2,000 remaining.
Oh, we'll do manual braking then, since we can't do reverses, whatever. Full brakes. There we go. Auto brakes set to off. Flaps up. Spoilers down.
Please make sure you have all your personal belongings before you exit the aircraft. And be careful when opening the overhead compartment.
There we go.
You're now free to use your mobile phones and small lightweight devices.
I think I'm using the 777's config file. Actually, let me check. No, it's a 737. So why is the reverses not? Yeah, toggle road trash reverses. Interesting. Right, we'll be. Let's see, we'll hold up here first. Not exactly sure which is the direction for our taxi. So our gate is 45, which is straight actually. Yeah, it's one of the gates over there. So we're continue our taxi. Turning lights to off. There we go. And we'll set the position strobe and the strobe lights to off. Wing lights to off. There we go. And the leg space is empty, so I don't really care actually. We'll disconnect. No, we're not gonna arm that thing. Turning. Turn the anti-ice to off. Totally forgot about the engine start switches. This is why you should always have a checklist with you. Oh my god. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference, but alright, whatever. Right, let's see which gate it is. It's one of the inside gates. I think it's that gate over there. Not sure. Whatever. Right. Completely forgot about what I should be what I should be doing. So yeah. Set the transponder to standby anyways. Oh god. F10 was too much there. I think that is gate 45. Can't tell for sure, but alright, we'll just take it since there's no aircraft over there. There's a marshal on there. Oh. Right, let us turn off all the lights so that we don't blind the marshal. Although now I can't see anything. So, rip. Just turn on some lights a bit. There we go. You can see the marshal now. So long as we can see the two red lights, it should be fine. Alright, turn off the terrain radar and over the radar. Bit more and stop. Alright, cut the fuel. Right, is APU? No, the APU isn't even on yet, so let's start the APU. And right, there we go. APU please go on too. I mean, if the APU doesn't want to start, I will just connect ground power, even though that's not allowed in real life, but this is the only choice that I have. Never mind, the APU is starting. Disconnect the hydraulics. Shut off the plane valve. Turn on some of the lights. There we go. Right. The packs and resuck fans can go off. Windows heat can go off. Trim air go off. Yaw damper go off. Still waiting on the APU. In the terminal building, can't do nothing much. There you go. APU generators go on and the fuel cut. There you go. It's connecting now. Alright. So we have arrived quite early actually. Our scheduled arrival timing was 7:25 Zulu, and we arrived at about 7:11 Zulu at the gate. So yeah. Alright, whatever. Anyways, we'll turn off the. Oh, the seatbelt system was off the whole time. I completely forgot about that. I guess I've been forgetting everything in this flight. RIP, I guess. Is that jetway inside my plane? Wow, yeah, look at it. It is. Where is that? Aviation flashlight. Oh, it doesn't work outside. Dang it. Oh well, whatever. Can of course switch to the daytime, and you can see that it's inside the plane. There you go. Looks weird. And this is the reshade of the day, in the day. So yeah, whatever. Ah, I see why. This is definitely why. Yeah. I can't see this thing. Oh well, whatever. Guess this will conclude today's flight. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. Which I don't think there was much enjoyment at the start since there was no audio. Well, whatever. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and goodbye.